and Rubik. I like that Stomanen is back on playing position 4. When he was playing 5 in Alliance, he didn't look as good. Like he was mostly playing these 4s from position 5. He's been really good when he was playing on Brame. Most likely, maybe even definitely their best player. But we still have to see. TSM, tough nut to crack. They dropped 1 game so far, and they're still looking good. Still looking like the, I would say, second best NA team.
Looks like they might fight here in the jungle. Just getting close enough. Ari nearby, and they did drop a ward there in the lane, but I want to see if they're going to fight here. It doesn't quite look like it. I think TSM might be up for something, so... It's interesting, because we're in NA, you know, we're doing a different region. There are styles of play, and I want... You know, we had Ari on TSM say some words about the style of play for TSM.
I think it will probably take us some time to gel together our ideas. So far, when we've played together, it's very clear that we have different ideas coming from different regions, and there's a lot of like, you know, so the different ideas just make it hard to gel a bit sometimes. But I'm sure, like after a bit of time, we'll gel together and understand each other a bit better, and it should be even a good thing because we'll have so many different ideas from different places that if we can bring them together and then at some point it'll be like as one unit, then I think it'll be really strong. But as of right now, it's not really clear how much of each region will influence our gameplay as a team.
Yeah, it does take some time to build up a team, especially what he talked about coming out from the different regions where you have different ways. Like if you just watch the Dota buff, some of the heroes like through different regions are gonna overlap, but some ideas how to play the game, like what needs to be done, are gonna be different. I think this is a mostly good thing. You just need to play a lot with the rest of your team to be able to enable those ideas, find like whose idea is really the best one.
Yeah, and you talk about like all the different styles, and I think a lot of teams last year talked about how they watched a lot of the LGD games to get their feel for what they wanted to do.
Yeah, just play like LGD.
Yeah, that was the game plan for a long time, so it's always interesting to see how these teams kind of evolve. I know there was questions in Western Europe about if they still watch the LGD team, even though it's changed quite a bit, so always different styles going around, and it's interesting to see what's prioritized in every other region.
Looking at this bottom lane, Sniper, free farming so far. Albino Zebra doing a good job, tanking in, getting in, soaking up the damage. Sniper sitting at 7 CS, but he might be in trouble here. Once Ari hits level 2 with the cookie, he's been staying away from the XP range, so Kasane can get the XP for himself on a mid lane. Bryle, I think this... Yeah. Kits has had previous season, I would say, some good showing. Like, he's been on Team DogChamp, and he's been the one who's been, like, carrying the team in the games that they played well.
So you think, when you look at a mid matchup like this, do you just think that a lot of people by default, because they know Bryle more, are going to say, this is puck favored? Or how do you look at it? Because we take a look at esportsbet.io odds. Does mid look like that? Does the game look like that for you? Is top lane Whitemon looking like he'll survive, as he's got that leech seed, but the game doesn't feel that one-sided. And I know it's very early on, but the matchups are going pretty even.
It's still 0-0. Wait a couple of minutes. I mean, Axe sitting at 9 CS, which is okay for this type of lane. Tomato, this is one of his better heroes for playing the Morphling. You're playing with the Treant Protector, so feeding him tangos and also having that Leech Seed, very powerful in the laning stage. We've seen what it can do, so I don't think Morphling's gonna die here. They needed to find something that's gonna like give them reliable lockdown against Morphling and Puck, because like right now you have only Rubik. Pango's roll can easily be dodged, so this Axe needs to have a good game. I want to see how much Samanen's gonna be able to get from the lane, if he's gonna be stacking the jungle for his Axe. Axe going into Vanguard, pretty standard stuff. Ari bottom.
Just chase into the trees for now, and well, with the shrapnel down, it makes it a little bit difficult for these heroes to want to move forward. And you said, you know, with the levels, it could get interesting as maybe we see a Cookie with the Spirit Siphon, a couple Crypt Swarms, especially with Albino Zebra, where he's getting run down here. Only 2 more shots needed to get the kill, and unfortunate for Ari, he just can't get the damage out. And we get a quick pause in this game as we see Bryle disconnect. So, in your eyes, who do you think best Morphling player is right now?
Oh, Fly.
You're
I don't know.
jumping on my joke here. And
I know that you love Fly because I don't know who's the one that died the most to Kabold with Shovel. Is it Fly?
Yeah,
okay, so that's my favorite one.
Well, that's your favorite, but the best one, I don't know. I was gonna say on a scale of Fly to X, where would you rank Bryle on his Morphling?
Tomato.
Sorry.
Tomato. It's different. Like seeing the different regions, you always have like 2-3 good teams, which means that they have really good players. But he's up there definitely. Let's see what he's gonna go for. So for now, he is bringing just a raindrop. We see Bryle reconnecting, and what seems to be the Kaya Sanj. Never mind, he's trolling the caster. I mean, he might eventually get the SNY on Morphling. That's one way to defend yourself against Puck. Have that status resistance.
You fought badly.
Great against the ice pad, like any kind of lockdown that they have. It's pretty good, but yeah, I think Morbid Mask, it got nerfed. This type of Morbid Mask got nerfed, so it was from 100% the lifesteal from creeps reduced to only 50, which is kind of a big deal, but you still want to keep that. It keeps you healthy in the laning stage. You can farm Ancients with it.
So we'll see how it goes for Tomato. I got you baited. It was Bryle who disconnected. His name was in my head. And, you know, now, Kits reconnecting. Yeah, exactly. You guys aren't seeing it, but Lacoste is making fun of me for naming it wrong. And I mean, Tomato here, we'll see what he can do right. Let's go to the opposite aspect of that. What can he do right? What can this team of TSM do right? Because I feel like on paper, when you look at this matchup, a lot of people are just going to be saying, oh, TSM, but they seem to do everything right. What was 5RATFORCESTAFF? What do they need to do here to really
they
punch back?
Don't rely on any cooldown, so they can play fast compared to Exorcism, Mortimer's Kisses, even Treant Protector ulti, so they can always make use of their abilities. They have relatively good Roach taking lineup. It's like nothing spectacular compared to TSM, where you have Morphling Dead Prophet.
Mon taking some damage top.
Ooh, a lot of harassment here on Stomanen. Looking at the mid lane, it's also popular. J showing up, but we're gonna look the top lane. If Tomato can get it, and he gets him. Morphed everything down. 2 points in Adaptive Strike. So a bit of a different build coming out from Tomato. He does not want to waveform anywhere, so it's just gonna be using that to secure the last hit and use it as a harassment tool.
Bottom lane, Albino Zebra in some trouble. Scatterblast lands. Spirit Siphon on 2 of these heroes. One more right click needed to get the kill here on the Chikiro. Just surviving, but the Crypt Swarm, that's the finishing blow. You're standing in that shrapnel. Need to back off just a little bit. Make sure you don't die on this Death Prophet. But already 2-0 for TSM, and the lanes are starting to favor this Dire side quite a bit.
Axe is getting closer to his Vanguard. I want to see Stomanen get some stacks. Mid dropping low, but also bottom lane Kasane very low on his Death Prophet. Shrapnel about to be available one more time. If they slow him down, and they're gonna go for it, but Albino Zebra not able to connect with his abilities.
He doesn't have that ice path yet, and I was looking at you know, you see the Rubik, he's sitting mid, and Speed's all by himself up top. Is this really an Axe lane where he could feel comfortable, or is it once he gets that Vanguard, he'll be all right?
Right now, he's just jungling. He can't really put the pressure on Morphling.
Ooh, Bryle dropping the Dream Coil. Illusory Orb behind the Tier 2 tower. And by the way, Albino Zebra going down to Kasane. So a couple of engagements happening, but TSM taking the better of them, and they're going to have a TP over mid. They don't have Dream Coil, but they do have Ari, who's got a cookie in just 2 seconds. So Kits and Stamana need to be a bit weary of their positioning.
I like this rotation from Ari. Even though he's not TPing from base, he's there like there's no rune spawning. He wants to be able to, you know, just show up that he's there, so there's not going to be pressure coming out. And this was also the siege creep wave.
Whitemon getting chased, gets the call. But Tamano, he's here. Whitemon, a couple of spins that are going to benefit Speed. As the speed to spin and the Rolling Thunder over mid, phase shift, illusory orb, and the jaunt back to the tier 2 tower. There are 3 heroes
dodges.
here. Oh, Swashbuckle just
Nicely done by Bryle.
Oh, 2-man cookie. The scatter blast, the damage coming in from Ari. Gets the kill on Albino Zebra.
3-man rotation. They don't kill anything. Ari gets the solo XP for that. We'll collect the XP as well from this one. And now Bryle TPing bottom. Does have coil available. They want to have a big one. They want to use this exorcism, kill the sniper, and put the pressure on tower.
Yeah, just make sure that this sniper's lane kind of ends here. If you could get this tower, especially with Whitemon coming all the way around.
He planted an observer ward, so they see him right now.
Oh boy. Body blocking and trying to, well, maybe keep those creeps off the tower and keep the creep equilibrium there. But, well, now everybody's here, and it is a brawl bottom to get the kill on a DNM.
Kits will need to stop his TP.
Yeah,
damage has already been done.
Whitemon, he was there, he saw him, he planted the ward properly, and now they're going to go for the tier 1 tower. Albino Zebra, he can't even move up on this. Like, they're just going to put the damage on and try to shut down the sniper's lane. You've got Aryu's invis, and...
For a second, I thought this was Nyx Assassin creeping in, level 6.
Looking for the Vendetta, but instead it's a cookie. I mean, that's a great change from getting hit from a Vendetta to getting a cookie, isn't it? You know, Albino Zebra dies to Whitemon, and back in the day, you remember watching Whitemon just eating during every single draft?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ignition. Yeah, I remember all this stuff during the 2020 season. Whitemon, one of the more likable characters, I would say, from the scene. And now, 5RATFORCESTAFF, they do kill the tier 1 tower in the mid lane, and they did stop the push on the bottom tower for a bit. I don't think they can bring the numbers here and defend it. And you see Tomato on the top lane. He's the one free farming, does have that Morbid Mask that we talked about. So, Chikiro still bottom, trying to get as much XP as he can. Doesn't look like he's gonna get much.
This Morphling already 1,000 gold ahead of the sniper, so getting a bit far behind, and without that lane, sniper is going to be just famished for farm. Really going to have to find an opening in the map somewhere to get some stable farm, and the problem is, now with that lane gone, DNM's going to be taking farm out of the hands of somebody else. And you can see Speed, he's in the jungle, he's trying to farm up there, but do they have enough places now to really reliably get farm?
We all experienced it. Jungle is not big enough for all 3 cores to farm it there. Kits, he's been taking the big stacks, but they are having some big ancient stacks that Axe can't farm. So Speed is getting there. This is going to be his Blink Dagger. Once he farms that, we'll need probably another wave or 2.
That's the item that Panel was talking about would be pretty big here, depending on the speed. And while Speed's farming speed is right up there with the Morphling. So that Blink Dagger soon. Now you've got a way of initiating, but who are you looking to initiate on? Puck's hard to handle, Morphling's hard to keep down. Which of these heroes are you trying to get pickoffs on?
They don't have that much burst damage, so even if Axe gets a good jump, this still might be an issue. Like, yeah, you have Rubik Fate Bolt, and finally, Stamanen gets his spell steal, gets Scatter Blast, 3 points in it. This is what...
Decent damage.
Like, yeah, he needs to be playing with him. Like, once Kits has his Diffusal Blade, this is also going to be another one. So, Blink Dagger is up. Let's see if Stoma does have... He does have 2 smokes, so... If they can get... I mean, Ari is fine. They'll probably just trying to go for him. Blink's still getting delivered right now. It's on the secret shop. He does not want to reveal it yet.
Thing, too, is... You know, if you want to reliably get these kills on some of these heroes, their vision deeper on the Dire side has to be a bit better, right? Like, They don't have many deep
They don't
wards that
see
see
anything.
anything.
This is where you smoke and then you plant some vision, which
Yeah.
does allow you to play aggressive for the next couple of minutes.
Albino Zebra. He's bottom. They've got a couple heroes in their own jungle, and they do land that scan. So with this smoke, see if they can make their way over. For right now, they're going to spot Kasane and Whitemon if they go that way. And Speed, Blink, Call lands on a Kasane, but the Overgrowth stopping the Rolling
And
Thunder.
stolen
so
Overgrowth.
now, Stolen Overgrowth, can they move in for more? It's an Overgrowth on 3. The Rolling Thunder, now they've got a Swashbuckle, but Speed ends up dead. So does Albino Zebra. A double kill here for Bryle, and Stomanen is dead to Kasane. And that goes horribly for 5RATFORCESTAFF.
Kasane with his Exorcism and the mech, way too... Like, they don't have enough damage to just burst this Death Prophet. I like the build. This is something we've seen. Oh, the kisses as well from Ari. Tomato shows up with the double damage. This tower is dead. This is going to be a huge issue because they don't have any kind of a burst damage against Death Prophet and Morphling. So, speaking of the build, Death Prophet mech has a casual cloak and going into Greaves next. So once that item is finished, 5RATFORCESTAFF, they're gonna lack a lot of damage. Bryle was sitting in the middle of the pack. He got rotated a couple of times early on. They stopped his farm, but he's about to finish his Witchblade, and this is gonna be an item that does allow him to like solo kill Rubik, maybe even Jakiro with his... Ooh, where's the follow-up?
Yeah, not a lot of it. Shield Crash Cookie, there's some follow-up, and now they've got the Ice Path Dual Breath kits. Gets kill on Ari. So that's something that they were looking for in that previous fight. It just didn't go that way.
Sniper very close to Maelstrom. This is going to be his farming tool.
He needs to come back. He's down almost 2,000 gold.
Yeah, he's in a rough
on
spot.
Morphling.
I'm also looking at Pangolier. He's not going to have a good time playing into Double Silence, Cookie, and also you're playing into like 3 abilities that you don't like to play into. Mostly Coil, Overgrowth is really good, and also Exorcism. Like if you're trying to kill Death Prophet during the Rolling Thunder, you just might straight up die to Exo.
Yeah, you need to be careful, and you need to understand the damage that comes from that. I feel like we've seen players in the past too kind of fall for that trap, right? I've got Rolling Thunder, I'm giving damage, I'm getting control, but then at the end of the day, it's like, I'm in Exorcism, I'm dying. Where's
Similar
my team?
to Medusa, like Pango Medusa, like 6 months ago or something. They were very popular, and then you've seen like Pango just straight up dying when he gets a roll on Medusa, ulti, you get stone gazed. Tomato's farm is pretty nuts right now. He's farming the Ancients, going into that SNY that we mentioned, having status resistance against the Berserker's Call is going to come in very handy.
So taking a look at the hero damage right now, Pango is at 5.2k, leading his side, but it is the Death Prophet, no surprise, 5.8k for Kasane.
Some big numbers from kits in this game, and this is pre-Diffusal Blade. TSM, they want to smoke. Most likely in the triangle, try to see if they can find something, collapse on a tower. Right now, only showing Whitemon on the top lane.
Might catch Albino Zebra and potentially DNM.
They want the big one.
Ooh, Illusory Orb, can they find it? Rolling Thunder, now Macropyre down, but Albino Zebra looking like he's going to be the first one to fall. Bryle controlled, and he's going to be killed off. Speed gets the kill, the kisses are off the mark. Now,
Siphon.
Siphon, Exorcism, all working on Stomanen. As he runs away, the Cookie to catch up to the Rubik, the Shrapnel down to slow him up. But, well, now you gotta be careful. Telekinesis, the call again, the Spirit Siphon, and the Exorcism you've called into this Death Prophet. It's just control, it's no damage. Speed on the run, Ari over to the side, he'll get the kill out of the Axe. And they cannot take out Kasane on this Death Prophet.
A Sniper doesn't feel too comfortable getting close. You saw Ari trying to find him there with the kisses, couldn't collapse on him, but Death Prophet, her damage is pretty nuts. This is now full Guardian Greaves on Death Prophet, and you have extra armor, extra regeneration from that living armor. This is a type of a game where I feel like Tomato just doesn't die. Like, he gets to his next set of items, and I feel like he's gonna end up this game with 0 deaths.
Oh, Stomanen. Trying to TP out, and does so with ease.
Ooh, Sniper might be in trouble, but he's in a huge trouble. Bottle with the arcane inside of it.
Dream Coil and Shrapnel down, but these heroes are on you. They've also got kits. The upgraded Cookie, the Scatter Blast, Ari doing some damage. Whitemon, he'll get the kill on a DNM, but Speed, he comes through with a call. They get the kill on Ari. They're going to look over for Brile, but they're rolling Thunder the other way, while Speed handles this tree and chops him down.
Yeah, not too bad of a trade here for 5RATFORCESTAFF. They lose Sniper, they get 2 supports from it. But in terms of farming, they're not getting too much out of the map. Like, they need to bring numbers, and you can see the gold increasing. Look at how TSM members are split. You have Dead Prophet farming bottom, you have Morphling farming the mid lane and the enemy jungle, and Brile's also getting a lot of a farm near the outpost.
Yeah, it's not looking like TSM are overlapping their areas of farm, similar to, or
Yeah,
well, not similar to what 5RATFORCESTAFF's going through.
If you check just dots on a minimap, you can see that 5RATFORCESTAFF are grouped up, and the rest of the TSM members are all spread out.
So while you've got TSM who have control of the map much more, they're split up, not overlapping anybody's farm, and 5RATFORCESTAFF, they gotta break up. They gotta make the call. We gotta break up. We gotta
Yeah, but
farm
these are my
elsewhere.
Dota friends. I can't let them go. If they
Sometimes-
go alone, they'll die.
Sometimes it's best to let them go. But other times, you gotta hold hands and hope for the best. DNM has that Maelstrom, like you said. It's the farming tool. He's going into the Dragonlance next. He's almost got that. I'm just worried. He's not gaining on this Morphling at all. He is consistently falling further and further behind. And yeah, you're gonna get this Maelstrom. You'll have this Dragonlance. You're getting these items, but you're never catching this Morphling at this point in the game.
This is a fight where TSM wants to use the Exo, get a fight, and turn that into Roche. Coil on Pango, snaps the coil.
And he's gonna die so fast. Kits just wiped off the map.
40 seconds without Pango. Kasane does have that Exorcism level 2, so they should run into Roche Pit and just take it. They have more than enough sustain. Tomato deals ton of damage, and that's exactly what they're doing.
So Exorcism now with Kasane level 13, it's that level 2 Exo that we usually see. That's the marker to go for Roche. You want to wait for level 2 Exo, right?
Even, I think, like, in this situation, even level 1 Exo is fine, but yeah, since the Ghost double, you still want to have that. And next on the menu, gonna be Tier 1 Tower on the top lane. It's gonna be Tomato picking it up, setting at 3-0 and 1.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
7K lead here for TSM, and they've got
Dire's middle tower
this Ari Snapfire towards top. Just messing with them as I really love this new upgraded Cookie. And not like brand new, but just having that shard upgrade on it. I feel like it's such a farming
cool
mechanic.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, you one-shot the wave once Mortimer's Kisses are level 2, so you don't have to use the Scatter Blast. I preferred the old one. The old one was OP. You know, the pushback and the stun.
We saw some amazing plays
See
with
the
that.
Blade Mail now. Where's the damage at?
And they've got the Ice Path. They have the Macro Pirate down, but they still can't kill Ari. So now he'll morph into the Axe. The chase is on. The telekinesis from Stolmanen. As, well, that will be enough to at least let them run for the moment. Blink to avoid the Adaptive Strike and the TP away from the side of TSM. And they're still looking for these heroes. Still has that Morph as an Axe, but not catching anybody.
Look at Rubik sitting at 2,000 HP. He's like, yeah, I'm playing against Morphling. You know I'm going to be stealing that. So he's relatively tanky. Doesn't have much armor, though.
is under attack.
Yeah, that zero Agi's a bit
Radiant
scary.
structures are fortified.
No armor, get touched, die. You're talking about that other Snapfire shard. I remember Jin Q getting that 4-man stun. That was quite the time. Dream Coil rolling Thunder, and away this Pango goes.
He just bought a shard of the kids.
Oh,
Let's
Brile, call and the kill. That's the second time they've caught him like this.
Yeah, not too bad for 5RATFORCESTAFF. They are, you know, getting the kills. They're still getting out far, but this is what I like to see. They just immediately smoked. This is a big target if they can get it, because Kasane just used Guardian Greaves. The rest of the team is very close by.
What a blink. Blink in. There's the call. Cookie the other way, but they're still going to take out Kasane. Now they'll look for more. Can they find anybody else? The speed of another blink in them? No, they're not going to go for it.
Radiant's
Perfect
middle
blink,
tower
perfect
is under
kill.
attack.
Making it look easy.
Stolen cookie from Rubik. That's one way to close the gap, get them outside of the trouble if necessary. DNM continues to farm up, going into BKB next. I guess he's too afraid of this puck, so wants to be able to break the coil, get out of the overgrowth. White one's getting a lot of farm on Treant. He does have a Philosopher's Stone, does have a Force Staff, so Blink Dagger probably gonna be the next item to be more versatile, like just to be more maneuverable in a fight. Use that Blink Dagger, get close. Also, something that we don't see, at least from the Chinese and European players, at least the Rubik ones, is Blink Dagger pickup.
Right.
It's mostly
Aether
Force
Lens.
Staff, Lens, or a Glimmer Cape Shard. Like, Force Staff really late as an item pickup for Rubik these days.
Cast range is already kind of built in, so the Blink
Yeah, you want to
Dagger-
get that increased cast range for your items, for your Force Staff, for your Glimmer.
So rolled up there to avoid the silence. That's
Mango
it,
did
kids.
find the best item in the game, at least for Tier 2 neutral item. Brigand's Blade,
the best
nasty,
carry.
nasty. It's just like the amount of damage Pango deals.
Dream Coil. Snapped Illusory Orb, and there should be a dead Pango. Kit's really playing with fire as he stayed there bottom. Tomato is gonna just grab this tower, and he's dominating meanwhile. I will say we have started to kind of see Sniper close the gap a little bit, but he's still so far off of where the Morphling is in terms of farm. Call, Cookie, away from the axe. Scatterblast to slow him up. They're getting some spins. Ooh, speed. He needs to run. Waning Rift and the kill there for Bryle.
Blade Mail is going to cancel his regeneration rune,
Dire's top tower.
but at least he got out of the trouble. So now 8k gold lead for TSM. Kassan is still holding on to Exo. Does have a BKB this time around.
Do they just go for this tier 2 tower? They've already got Tomato working on it. Not much Albino Zebra could do in this situation. You still have DNM farming bottom going to the BKB. Hoping to get there. Tomato almost has the Scotty.
Dodges that cookie. Whoop.
Radiant's
Under the
middle
cookie.
Fake hype.
is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
Give me your best.
has fallen.
Dodges the cookie with hype.
Dodges the cookie.
All right, somebody make that a voice line.
It's very specific, but Tomato, you said finishing that Scotty. This is gonna, cripple the cores. Mostly Sniper. He's way too tanky. Look at his armor right now. 34 plus 14, almost 50 armor. That's 73% physical resistance.
That's a high percentage, isn't it?
It's really high. I mean, one of the reasons why Sniper decided to go for Maelstrom in this one, to try to deal some magical damage. Rest of the 5RATFORCESTAFF members, they are smoked, but look at positioning from TSM. They're ready to backstab.
Yeah, they could see them. They have this ward in an interesting spot above the tier 2 tower. I think he caught a glimpse of Albino Zebra backing away.
Brawl Bottom does have a haste rune, so he can easily connect with the rest of the team if they find any kind of opening. For now, it's just going to be Tomato hitting the tower. Doesn't have that Aegis anymore.
So they have enough of a lead where I think that they would be confident going into the fight, especially with picking up the Scotty now. It's just whether or not they're going to get the opportunity from 5RATFORCESTAFF. They're sitting in their base. They've got Kits who's been in these trees for a couple minutes at this point.
For someone who's called 5RATFORCESTAFF, they don't do much of a rat, and they also don't build force staffs. Like, you don't see a force staff on Sniper, who usually buys it. Rubik buys it naturally, doesn't have one.
Radiant's top tower is under
So what would
attack.
the name be?
Just 5.
5, yeah. I guess that's the only part of the name that's consistent to
Is under attack.
the game at the moment.
Radiant's
They'll earn the rest of the title eventually. Well, is anybody buying a force staff? Maybe they won't.
Even Albino Zebra does have Ether Lens.
Yeah, he's got Aether Lens. He's going Glimmer. Dream Coil, speed. He's caught. Pops that Blade Mail. Leech Seed from Whitemon. And with a Waveform Adaptive Strike from Tomato, they get the kill into speed with ease.
I was thinking why he named himself Speed, because he dies so quickly. in this one. Definitely needs a BKB. His game slowed down. He had a good timing on a Blink Dagger, but something that we talked about in panel also mentioned it, just a lack of that burst damage. Like, he doesn't have that hero to play with. It's not like Snapfire with the ulti, Skyrat Mage coming in. Rubik needs to steal some big spell. Oh, speaking of Rubik.
TP, the damage, not enough. Summoning, okay. But they're still putting the pressure on them. Like, they're not letting these heroes reliably leave the base. And they're even looking for kits. They're nearby. He needs to get out of there. And he'll try to TP. Whoa. Okay. No coil available for him, so TP for free. But again, that's like the only reliable farm they're getting. Or it's not even reliable. Take that word out of my vocabulary, because if he dies there, I guess it's unreliable. They're just pushing, hoping to get a wave here or there, poke, prod, maybe this, maybe that. But this 5-man smoke feels a little bit like it's that time of the game where it's a desperation smoke. Blink call, hits on a Tomato,
not there.
And they've got the Ice Path. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in with the Rolling Thunder. Tomato's already out of the fight. Speed trying to TP out. He's looking to leave. Overgrowth from White Mom. They get the kill on a Speed. They're going to look for the rest. DNM on the run. Spirit Siphon, Swashbuckle, Silence on a 2. Ice Path lands, but the waveform forward. They've got the cookie on a Kazane. Shield Crash hits both these heroes with BKB pop by DNM, but it's not going to matter. They'll get the kill onto the Sniper. They'll take him out for 50 seconds. No buyback, and all they lose is White Mom.
Stamana does have extra running, so he will kill the creep wave. Still Axe initiating like that. They don't have other gap closers other than Pango, and like damage has already been done. You see this Snapfire getting in with the cookie, with the 4-staff, does have Ogre Seal Totem, so very maneuverable when it comes down to what she can do in a team fight. Just also the lack of damage on their side. Sniper does not feel too comfortable getting close to a fight. One waveform on top of him, and yeah, with the Scotty slow, he's in trouble. Oh, Roshan about to respawn. Tomato just scouted things out, got out of it. Double Bounty Rune, and this is full Aghanim Scepter on Tomato. So he uses that on Sniper. He's pretty much done so.
That's not going to feel good. Telekinesis into the call, good combo. Alley-ooping it. But also forced to use the Rolling Thunder. They're going to roll up and eventually get the Culling Blade to kill off Ari. That's only 4 stacks of cold armor.
In a game like this, I think 4 is pretty decent. Kasane does not have Exorcism yet for another 40 seconds. Going into Eon Disc next. So he wants to be able to get his spells off. Does not want to get bursted potentially by like Macropyre, Axe Blade Mail, Blink Initiation.
So they might be waiting. They might be looking to get that next Roche before they forcefully push their way up the high ground. And once Exo's up, probably going to be the play. So 5RATFORCESTAFF, they are going to want to stay nearby and look to contest this Roche. But down 15k, that's a hard task. Blink call might not be if they get the kill here on a Bryle. And Phase Shift, Illusory Orb, Swashbuckle, Dream Coil, all come in. Bryle going the other way, but can't juke hard enough. So, yeah, Bryle's going to die there to Albino Zebra. And that gives him an opening.
The rest of the team also wants to take this fight now.
Oh, gosh, look at this. Tomato right onto Albino Zebra. They're going to pop the Exorcism. They'll look to take this fight. Speed already down to below half health with the BKB pop by Kastane. He's got the Overgrowth on a 2. And they'll get the kill on a DNM. It was a little shredder on the kids. They've got the cookie, it lands, and Ari gets the kill. And taking out 3 for just Bryle means Roche is in their future.
TSM understanding that even without Puck, they can still take this fight. The rest of the team tanky enough. Tomato, I said, you know, this is a type of a game where he probably is not going to die. Still sitting at 0 deaths in this one, going into Satanic next. Has SNY. He's
gobble up, spit out.
He's going out.
Trying. White Mon's just spinning around him. Cookie, Scatter Blast. Stoneman can't get that kill, and there's a tip to White Mon. Yeah, I didn't recognize it initially, but yeah, we've got Ari with that Ag. So the gobble up spit out of the Morphling to start that fight right onto the Jakiro.
Not the item that we see, one of the, I'd say, most fun upgrades we have in-game. It's a good save. Like, you can also save people if Axe gets a good initiation, and this fight, this game pretty much feels in a very difficult spot. Let's see, Kids. He's gonna lock him down one more time.
Doesn't have it yet. Not gonna have it at all. The rest of the team's actually not even going that way. They're going for DNM in the base. BKB again, not gonna work out for the sniper. Well, the attention's on Bryo bottom. Well, the team's pushing him mid.
That's one squishy sniper. Dies immediately. Tomato turns into sniper himself. Like, the build against Axe most of the time as a carry is gonna be S and Y. Like, historically, as a Juggernaut, this is the item you buy. We see Morphling buying it, and we also see Bryle, who has some issues with the Axe throughout the game. He bought Kaya and Sanj.
Oh boy, Pango in trouble. Killed very quickly. Tomato with another kill into Kits. And he is godlike. 24,000 net worth ahead, and the tier 3 will drop. Stominen looking to deter, but that Fade Bolt fades into obscurity as it doesn't do anything.
Whitemon so far has been very patient how he uses his overgrowth, and yeah, this game is donezo. Does have a Blink Dagger and a Force Staff. Even if they get a good jump, he's gonna be ready to counter initiate, lock them down during the Rolling Thunder, find Sniper, find Axe. Kasane will use that Exorcism for the last set of barracks.
Yeah, Axe is out of the lane, and maybe he's going to sneak behind and get a call here, but I just don't think it turns into anything. Speed will try, and valiant attempt. I'm already going to say it. If he attempts it, valiant, sure. Brave. But will he get there? Gobble up, spit out, and dead DNM. Easy kill on the sniper. Nowhere for him to go. He's got buyback, and he's going to be forced to use it. The call hits on a Bryle. BKB's been popped by Speed. They just do not have this damage to get these kills. Tomato with the waveform forward, going after DNM, who pops the BKB. They have the Telekinesis and the Rolling Thunder, but this is all just for an Aegis. Even if they get it, it's only one life. They're still trying to get the kill. Finally, they take out a Morphling, but the rest of the team's going to join him when he comes back for the second life. They get the silence out of the Pangolier. It'll be stolen. And again,
the Sniper goes down to half HP with one adaptive strike when Morphling morphs everything into Agi.
Blink call. This time got it. All right. Now they'll go, though. Dream Coil onto 2. It's going to be onto the Jakiro as well as the Pangolier. They've got the Gobble Up as well as the Spit Out. And they'll kill off Kids. They'll take out Albino Zebra. They'll look for the Overgrowth. Stominator's in trouble. He'll be feared and killed. That's 3 heroes dead with the buyback being committed by this Jakiro. Albino Zebra, there's not much he can throw. The buyback, let's see how much it's worth. Blink call once again, but Speed quickly falls to his grave. They'll call GG, and TSM will take game number 1 over 5RATFORCESTAFF.
Very clean execution from TSM in this game number 1. Pretty one-sided. 5RATFORCESTAFF, they had some couple of good smokes that they got the kills from it, but they couldn't get any objectives. Like the best one